Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a T-54 heavy tank. It's an American Tier 9 premium. It's located on the south spawn of Pearl River Encounter, and it's under the command of Seeker Bane Samaj of DHELL. And this time round, he's all on his own.
Let's get this show on the road.
Well, this was a tank that was bought out as an auction tank, so you had to offer money to try and get it into your collection. Well, not money, but gold or credits or, just about bonds, anything. It was an expensive tank, to say the least. Now, it's got a 120mm main gun, capable of doing 450 alpha. It's also got very heavy armour on the front and the upper plate, so it's very difficult to kill. 34 kilometers an hour maximum speed, so it's pretty slow. But that 120, as I said, is capable of doing considerable damage. 450, 240mm of pen with standard ammo with the heat rounds that goes up to 300mm. So it's a very difficult tank to kill indeed. It does have a weakness, the cupola on top. The lower plate is also, it's an eggshell type formation, which obviously is standard for anyone who actually has seen a T110E5 or a, what else? T-54 Renegade, or the Renegade, sorry, the M54, or maybe even, just thinking of the other tanks, the M103 and the like, or tanks that have actually got rounded hulls. Okay, the enemy's in sight, we're going to fight on Heavy Alley. Missed the chance to get the shot in there, but it's a good job he didn't fire, so you can put the shell into the Tiger instead, and he gets a lovely first hit. Now remember, 450 alpha, that's pretty effective. He's also got a 4.81 second, sorry, a 12.46 second reload, but he's managed to get it down to 10.66. So it's a long reload, but a very big hitter. That's a high roll, 467, and he bounced off the armor. The Tiger 2 just goes to show how strong the armor is. Go for lower place again. Yep, gets the kill. Now, we did take a round through the side. You can penetrate the side of this thing because it does have weakish armor on the sides, but at the front it's very, very difficult to kill. Now, somebody's gone into the cap straight away, but it's only one tank and it is encounter, so it does take double the time. Now, the question is, which one does he go for? The pattern, or does he go for the T28? Okay, goes for the pattern instead, but gets the low roll. T28's coming around the corner now, so I think he does have to dedicate himself to the pattern, I think. Oh, T28's going on. Or has he gone? Okay, the pattern's not coming out, so I think he is actually on the move. Oh, he's not. He pulled us. Well, he pulled me anyway. And again, we're still bouncing rounds from that pattern. Okay, he's going to get closer. And lower plates, he does get a hit, and it looks like he got some ram damage there as well. Go for the lower plates, just wiping his gun, trying to box the guy on where he's actually going to put the shell. Okay, side, yep, got it. Low roll, 441, but the pattern dies. In fact, the pattern actually went down to the Lurva on his team, so the Lurva kill stealed there. Okay, so they're one up on the enemy. They've got 3 of their own tanks in the cap area. But we need to get rid of some of the other enemy tanks. We've got a T10 ahead of us. This tank has 12 degrees of gun depression. So it's an absolute monster when it comes to ridge lines. Okay, that T10 is going to have difficulty unless he goes to the cupola. And that's what he'll be looking for. Didn't get it there, but we go for lower plate and we get a high roll for 459. That cupola makes a very, very difficult target. If he whacks his gun like that, it does kind of move it about, but it's also my telling the guy off that you're not going to take us down. This tank's just too powerful when you head onto it. Okay, he's going in for the ram, gets some 72 hit points, puts the gun in the side and pumps around in for 500. He's now taking rounds from the strip, so he needs to back off a bit to allow the angle to get better. So the T10 gets in the way, but he now needs to get round the corner without the strip getting a shot. And now the enemy's capping with 2. In the meantime, the lurver is losing hit points rapidly, and I think he's trying to tell the guy, go back. You're gonna take damage if you stay up here, because that strip, we can't see him. He's using his camo to good effect. Okay, we're going forward. I think the lurver's going back. Yeah, it looked like he was going back for a moment. I just hope he takes the message, otherwise he is going to get swallowed by that strip. Or harvested by him at the very least. Now, I did mention that speed. It is fairly slow. Very slow, actually, really. It does have a fairly good view range, though. 400 meters view range. Oh! Humps around into the 432. But he did take 290 hit points in return. But I think the 430U is... Oh, the 442 is rather going to think it was a bad exchange. And he's out the game. And they've just lost their whizzing 1-2-0 as well. So it's now 3 versus 4. Well, now it's 3 versus 3. We've just lost our SU-130PM. Oh no, they lost their SU-130PM. And one more of the enemy team goes down, but so does one of ours. Now it's 2 versus 2. We can see the Centurion, long range shot, trying to go for the... Well, we were actually hitting the upper plate there, because he looks like he was the other way around to us in reverse. He was backing away. He's still down there. No, he's using that tree for cover, so he fired in a blind shot. Yeah, I think he's going to go around the corner. Watch out when you go past this gap, because he'll probably try a shot right through the side. But remember, the sides are probably the only weakness that this tank does have, and the rear, of course. Okay, the last remaining enemy tanks are a Centurion 7-1 and that Strib 1030. It was a tier 9 game with tier 8 tanks in it, and he's going the long way round. And you can see the lurver has finally turned up, and it's good that he did go that way round, because otherwise he would have fallen victim to that strip. The enemy's not capping at the moment, and I don't think they want to, because of course it does tell us where they are. I think what they want to do is try and ambush us. Oh, they are in the cap. Now the thing is, the Centurion 7-1 does have the 105mm L7A1, which is a very reliable gun and very accurate, so he will probably be trying to go for the weak spots as well as he can at range. Oh, now there's the strip. Suddenly popped up. Not the place that we expected him to be. I would have expected him to be on the other side, or much further north. But he's popping over the ridgeline there, and I think he was firing at the lurver. But the lurver's still alive. So now we're getting close to the strip. Well, he's in the wrong direction. Oh, he did kill the lurver after all. But goodbye, Mr. Strib, because you are about to depart this battle. So that means now it's 1-on-1. Heavy tank versus medium tank. The question is, does the Centurion 7-1 have the guts to stay near the cap area? Well, he's facing us off. He's got the lower ground, which of course is the advantage in a sense, because he can hit the lower plate, which is one of our weaknesses. So we're going down onto the slope. The Centurion is backing away. Now, can we get him? Oh, we fluffed the shot, but we can get a ram. We've knocked 100 hit points and a bit of rubbing as well. And good night, Daisy. That's it. He's got it. He's won the game. And that's a lot of dents. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a first ace tanker for Seekerbane's Maj in the T-54 Heavy. Congratulations on breaking your duck. What a tank it is. It's a bit of a monster, really. He got a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points with his own vehicle. He got a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He got 4 exactly. He got a shell proof for blocking more damage, exceeding the hit points of his own vehicle and surviving the battle, as well as a master gunner for getting 5 armor penetrating shots in a row, duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, bruiser middle for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7. He got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game, and on top of that, he got the steel wall for blocking the most damage in the game overall. His win rate from the game, 12,158, which is super unicum standard and a lot more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, highest damage, 6,577. Very high indeed. The second highest was the Striv, funnily enough, with 3,039, followed by the Panzer Bumpsieg Ton, who managed to get 2,928. When it came to kills, he had the highest number of those, but he actually shared that with the Wizzy 120 on the enemy team. Both had 4 kills each. Yak Tiger managed to get 3 kills, so did the Liver on his team, and the T49 on the enemy team. And 2 kills went to the AMX 1390, and on the enemy team, there's Strib 1030. He got a tank sniper out of that game, and the Ram Panzer got a cool headed. When it came to base XP, it was, yes, Seeker Bane Damage. He's got the highest in all 3 columns, 1,485 base experience points, 1,037 went to the Liver, and they were the only 2 managed to get over 1,000 base, with the Kampfpanzer getting 871. He fired 19 rounds in that game. He got 18 direct hits and 16 penetrations, 6,577 hit points, of which 392 were at more than 300 meters. He received 12 hits from the enemy, but only 4 of them actually penetrated. Most of the shots actually hit the front of the vehicle. And as you can see, it's really got incredible armor. Some of the armor and some of the places, because it's a very rounded turret. And you can see most of those shells actually were aimed at the turret. But that's a big mistake, because that area around the turret is sort of like about 300 millimeters or more. And, well, you're not really going to get through. If he's looking directly at you, you're not going to get through. The lower plate or the cupola is about the only place you can get through. It wouldn't even be worth firing at that angled roof on the vehicle either, because although it may look as if it's an easy penetration, it's so highly angled that the shells are just going to bounce off. They're going to ricochet. So you're not really going to get much chance of penetrating there either. He received 12 hits from the enemy, 4 penetrations, 8 non-penetrations, 2,940 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 6 enemy vehicles damaged, 4 killed, and he earned 108,934 credits profit from the game. He got 7 bonds for this being a tier 10 game. I think it was a tier 10. And he also got 4, no, it wasn't a tier 10, it was tier 9 with tier 8, so that's right. But he also got 4,566 experience points out of it. But congratulations on getting your first ace tanker and a very high win 8. And of course, staying alive right to the end of the game. Poor Lerva. Well, he did back you up for quite a bit in the game, and then unfortunately got sniped out of it by the Striv at the last moment, so he really didn't get to enjoy the last bit of the game, the end game. And I think that Centurion, well, his best chance was to try and run away and then try and snipe at you later on, but of course he just stayed too close, and he tried to help the Striv out by coming up to shoot at Base Smash, but it wasn't going to happen. Not with that armor, unless you could get a side shot into this thing. If he points his hull at you, you're not going to get through that armor, no. So not a chance at all. And you can see he took off 100 hit points with a ram, and then another 20 hit points just by rubbing him. So yes, he was actually doing huge amounts of damage to that Centurion. I hope you enjoyed that game. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And do remember that we're still running the 10,000 video competition. It runs until the 30th of September. So you still got time to send in your replay. We've put up a video on the website so you can actually see where you've got to send the replays in. And as soon as we get the replay, we put it up on the channel. And it's based on the number of views and likes that the videos get. Certainly, there haven't been a huge number of entrants so far, which is a bit surprising, really. You would have thought there would have been more entrants, but I suppose, well, it's only the people who are real fans of the channel who've actually been submitting replays and saying, yeah, I'll have a bit of that gold. It is free gold if you do win, by the way, so there's no contest. And all we're asking is to prove that you are a member of the you are a subscriber to the YouTube channel, because we're trying to boost the numbers of the channel and the number of views, and we just don't seem to get as much notice as we should, considering the number of videos we put up. Maybe it's the fact that I'm a crap commentator, I don't know. It could be that, or it could be that my quality isn't as good as the other guys. I can accept that. But really, we've got some fantastic replays, like this one from Sikabase Image and Filipperino and all the other players who send us in their great replays. So, yeah, do drop by our channel, because you might find a replay that you really like, even if you have to put up with me doing the commentary on it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching.